What is up, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the stock market's had a rough day so far today with about an hour left in the session. The S&P and the Dow, they're both at break even. The Nasdaq 100's down 0.7% and the Russell is down over 1.2%, again with about an hour left. And today I want to talk more about what's going on. I want to break down some technicals. I want to go over 10 stocks that I'm looking to buy right now. And I also want to share with you guys what stocks I own right now, and in general, kind of where my head is at as a trader and as an investor. So hit that like button, subscribe, make sure to get into the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group, get 2 stocks from WeBull and $30 from M1 Finance. All of those are free and linked down below. You could also check out the Patreon if you guys want to. That's also linked right down below. So let's talk. And again, I said the S&P and the Dow, both of those are at break even right now, and that kind of hides the fact that they were down a lot more earlier. The Dow Jones, not as much as the S&P. I mean, the S&P was down like crazy, and the Dow's been holding up pretty nicely compared to the Nasdaq and the S&P, and of course the Russell. And the S&P 500 here, it was down almost under, you heard this right, under 3,800 points. Take a look here. This morning we gapped down from 38.56. That's where we opened up, and we actually closed at 38.75 yesterday. And if you guys remember what I said yesterday in the video, I said, watch, 38.75. That's such a big level. That's actually where we double bottomed in the morning yesterday. We rallied off that double bottom. We hit that lower high at 3,900, and then we fell into the close yesterday, and we closed right above 38.75. So I was telling you guys, and I mentioned this on the Patreon this morning, I was telling you guys, if 38.75 breaks, right, if we take that out, we're going to hit a lower low. The downtrend's continuing, and who knows where the bottom's going to be at that point, because the downtrend is continuing. It could go down 50 points, 20 points, whatever. And it ended up going down over 70 points. You guys heard that right, 70 points from 38.75 all the way down to 38.05. That was a gap down of 1.7% from the close yesterday to the low point of today. And we've rebounded and we've recovered all of that loss, and we're pretty much almost about to go green right now, which is crazy to say. And this is going to be interesting, what we're going to do right here, because notice on this 5-day, 5-minute, this is what we've been seeing for the past couple of trading days. We've seen a big dump off followed by a rally, and then after that rally, we've met a lower high followed by another dump off and the continuation of the downtrend. And that's kind of exactly where we are right now. I mean, take a look here on this drawing set. We hit a lower high yesterday, like I said, at 3,900. The trading day before that at 39.25. The day before that at 39.35. So could this be another lower high right where we are right here, right around, what is this? Excuse me, guys, 38.75. Could that be another point of resistance? And mind you, guys, we're right at that support from yesterday that we closed above as resistance. So do we get hit here lower high and then dump off into the close? Maybe, very possible. Or do we end up dumping off tomorrow? That's very possible as well. So just because we're actually green right now, which is crazy to say, the market just turned green. Just because we're green, it doesn't mean we're out of the woods quite yet. This downtrend could very well, I'm talking very well, continue, and we could even take out the lows from today, which again, we're at 38.05 until we break out. The question is, where is this downtrend going to break? Well, if we break out of, I'd say, 39.50, that's the point where I'm looking at. More like 3,900. I think if 3,900 breaks, 39.15, 20 breaks, right around there, maybe 25, that is where we could start to see momentum back up, right? And if we pull back a bit on this 4-hour chart, and I mentioned this on Patreon as well, this is simply a pullback. I mean, we went to 3,800 today, and from 3,950 to 3,800, guys, that is not that crazy of a pull down. I mean, the S&P dropped about 4% throughout that drop, so it's not like we're crashing. We're not even in a correction yet, and until we get under 3,750, if we ever get under that, I mean, if that were to break, that is where we could see some more slippage, maybe down to 36s, 3,500s, but I'm not convinced we're getting there quite yet because, again, as of now, the uptrend is intact with this little recovery into the close of the market today. We're holding a higher low of this, the higher low of this uptrend, so for all we know, this could be the bottom. It very well could be, but again, we're not out of the woods yet because on this 5-day, 5-minute, we're still downtrending, and on the 10-day and on the 20-day, you guys get the point. So we have to break out of these smaller time frame moving averages for the uptrend to overall continue. So what are your thoughts? Let me know down below. What are your thoughts on the market? I'd love to know. As always, hit that like if you haven't done so already. Make sure to hit the like button, and also make sure to turn on the notification bells, or the bell. There's only one bell. Make sure to do that and subscribe to the channel as well. And as for me, guys, well, I'm still holding on tight to my positions. I mean, SLV, I added more SLV yesterday. This is a silver ETF. This went down 2.4% today. We're still holding that old resistance as a new support at about 25.50, 25.60. That's a good sign considering that was support, or resistance rather, for many times in the past couple of weeks. So I like this dip here on SLV. I'm still holding on to my position. Tesla is one, and granted, guys, I'm down on a lot of these positions at this point, but luckily, if you guys remember, I was locking in profits kind of on the push-up these past couple of weeks. We'll talk about that here in a second, and you guys probably remember that if you watch my videos every day. But Tesla is one that I'm in at about $809. Yes, I am down a good chunk on Tesla, and I'm not panic selling out of it. I didn't actually add more into it either today, but I might consider adding some tomorrow, maybe the next day, because the truth is, and I mentioned this, I'm only in Tesla with a small position because I understood when I got into it that it could easily go down from where I got in, and I'd be able to average into it if it went down. And again, today we did drop. We've been dropping, but I haven't added quite yet more to it. And I'm probably going to tomorrow if we see some stabilization above my key target of $700. That is what I want to see hold. So we'll see there. I'm not rushing it. Workhorse is another one that, if you guys remember, I got in initially, and this is crazy to say this, I got into Workhorse at $22 way back a couple weeks ago, right? Ended up locking in profits, some profits at $29 roughly, locked more profits at $42, and I left a very small position kind of just to let it ride out, right? And what do you know? We're right back at my cost basis. Isn't that crazy? This played out beautifully because this is where I'm looking, and I've said this, guys, you know, my price target on Workhorse was $28-30, and I said I'd average more into it there, and I guess it's a blessing in disguise because now we're down to 22. The stock went down 30% today, and it's still down a bunch. Is it halted right now? It very well could be. Oh, geez, what the heck just happened here, guys? I was about to say, because Workhorse was not, oh my goodness, U.S. Postal Service awards contract to launch multi-billion-dollar. Did they not get the contract? What the heck is going on here? This is live reaction right here. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm opening my Chrome right now. This is you probably can't even see this because I'm on OBS. Oshkosh Defense will finalize. Damn, did they not get it? Wow, U.S. Postal Service awards contract to launch multi-billion. We'll talk about this. I'll probably make another video, but this is not looking good off the top here. Looks like Oshkosh will finalize design of next-generation delivery vehicle, delivering up to 165,000 of the U.S.-built vehicles over the next decade. Wow. So it looks like Workhorse is falling on that news. So on the flip side, this is an even bigger blessing in disguise that I locked in my profits. Now that this situation is looking a bit rocky with the USPS contract, we'll see how that pans out. Again, this is live action, guys. I don't have all the data, all the information, but we'll see. At this point, it's right around my cost basis. They report earnings soon here. I might even have to sell out of this if we're seeing some bad news. We'll see. So Workhorse, I'm in that. SB is another one that I'm in. SB went down 7% today. I'm also down on this position, and I'm looking to maybe even add more into it. We'll see how that goes down. NEO is one that I got in recently. I mean, the past couple of weeks, I've been buying into NEO on these dips, and I added more yesterday at $52, and earlier today we were at $42, which is a big drop, and now we've recovered. We're actually back to almost $49 per share at the time of filming this video, so that's a pretty nice recovery. It looks like overall, guys, a lot of people out there, they're buying up the dips on these stocks, and Rocket I'm still in, same with Tattooed Chef, and these are two that I am also in the hole a little bit. So if you're the one, if you feel like you're the only one out there that lost some money on paper today, you're not, because I lost some money on paper today as well, but you don't actually realize the loss until you sell. So I'm holding on. I have a bunch of cash. I've been talking about this. I'm ready for this opportunity, and I'm looking to average more into these positions. So let me know your comments down below. I'd love to know, guys. This is crazy. The Workhorse thing is still lingering in my mind. I want to turn off this video and go look at it right now. But of course, I'm not going to do that because we have 10 stocks to go over. And yeah, I mean, look, Workhorse, on a side note, it looks like Oshkosh, they're getting, if not, I don't know, did they get all the contract? Workhorse shares fell sharply following Oshkosh contract with USPS. Oh my goodness. This is another good example. I made a video earlier. Don't go all into these speculative stocks because you could get burned. And this is a great example. If you were all in Workhorse riding on that contract, yeah, it's down 30% today. That's not too great. So what are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And now let's talk about some stocks. Netflix was green last time I checked. It's still green, up 2%. And what I'm seeing on this 4-hour is an ascending triangle. We can see resistance at about 565. We hit that resistance in the middle of July, in the beginning of September, in the middle of October, and now recently in the middle of February, about 10-12 days ago, we hit that resistance, and we're uptrending into the resistance. That's the beauty of it. That's what makes it an ascending triangle. And today, we're up over 2% as the markets in general, they were rocky, and now they're turning green, but earlier in the day, they were not. Now tech, oh my goodness, guys, tech, look at the Nasdaq. What the heck? This is insane, guys. We were talking earlier in the video about the Nasdaq being down, like what was it, 1%? Now it's almost green. So Jerome Powell, you're doing the work here. You're making that money printer go brr. You're doing it. You're doing it because this market is somehow turning back green. And yeah, Netflix, you know, tech looks like it's recovering. So for Netflix, I want to see a push here into the 550s. I think overall 565 could hit. That's my initial price target. And of course, if the ascending triangle plays out, we could get out of that point of resistance. And another one here, which could be taking a hit now that I'm, now that we saw Workhorse is taking a hit, is Ride. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is taking a hit. And when I was prepping this video, it wasn't down this much, but Lordstown Motor, it is currently down 15%, and now I'm looking at my phone, and I'm getting added in the Discord chat about Workhorse. So yeah, it's not good right now for Workhorse. But and again, thank goodness I locked in a majority of those profits when I did, so I'm not getting creamed right now. But if you are, I'm sorry about that, guys. It happens. It's all part of the game. And for Lordstown Motor, it's very similar. I mean, similar pattern to Netflix. It's kind of an ascending triangle. We see overall a resistance at about $31, $32. Now we're uptrending into that resistance. We're trying to, at least. We're looking to hold maybe 19, 20 bucks, that support level here. If that holds, maybe we recover back into the low 20s, 21, 22. This could end up being a nice bounce back play on Lordstown. DraftKings, they report earnings on Friday. They're actually holding up pretty nicely today. They're holding overall that 55 level of support. You guys can see that actually hit a couple hours ago. Earlier in the day, we got down actually under 55. We got to 52. We recovered above 55, and now we're ripping into the close of the market. That's a pretty good sign overall that the uptrend is continuing and people are flooding into the stock. They're buying it up. And you guys know, I mean, this could arguably be an ascending triangle as well. Resistance at 65. We're uptrending into that resistance. I think this could go 65. That's my first price target. That's about 6-7% away from where we are now. And ultimately, I think 65 plus is coming on DraftKings. Granted, if the markets collapse, that's probably not going to happen because the growth stocks are going to get dragged down with it. But if we pop up, markets healthily recover these next couple of days, I could see DraftKings go up 65 plus, no doubt about it. Skills is another one which we talked about a week or two ago when it was at about $35, $39, $40. I was talking about this is opening up as a nice opportunity, but we have to be patient with it as it started to dump off from 46, that all-time high. And now fast forward a little bit, it's even better because it went from 38, 39 all the way down to 30 bucks. It's right around that 180 SMA now on this 4-hour chart. It's trying to hold it as support, which is held as support. It's held it as support in the past couple of months. And notice how 29, 30 bucks was actually an old resistance from the middle towards the end of January and a little bit in the beginning of February. So I think this is beaten down, as a lot of stocks are out there these days. I'm making it sound like the market's been getting crushed, but these past couple of days at least, a lot of stocks have gone down. And skills, hey, this could be a nice continuation play if it could hold 30, 31, break into 32, 33. I like this particular stock. And Bitcoin, guys, this thing got decimated today. It was actually 58K, and there goes Siri talking to me again. Stop listening to me, Siri. But Bitcoin was almost 60K yesterday. Now I'm looking at my phone. This thing is 45K. It's down 15% just today, guys. So Bitcoin, it could be a buying opportunity right now, no doubt about it. I haven't bought Bitcoin since 31K. I mean, that's the last time I bought. You guys remember that a couple weeks ago. I was telling you guys I was buying at 39K, then I bought at 35K. Last time I bought was when it got down to 31-ish K. And now maybe if it gets down to 40, maybe if it gets back to 35, 30, I'd probably add a little bit more there. I probably would. And you guys know I follow a couple of Bitcoin stocks, if you want to call them that. Mara is one of them. Marathon Patent Group. This is down 25% today. You heard that right. It's down almost 10 bucks, 25%, and we're right around that 180 SMA 4-hour chart, and we're down 50%. So this is well in a bear market, considering it was 50 bucks. Now it's 27. It's down well over 45%. And this could be where it continues the uptrend, right around this 25 level. It was a resistance from back in the beginning of this year, 2021, and in a little bit in the beginning of February, we held, 25 was a resistance. So could it hold 25 as support right around the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart? I think that's very possible. I think we could end up rallying off of that. And GBTC, you guys know, if you watch CNBC, they talk a lot about GBTC. This is a way that you could directly kind of trade in and out, or even invest in Bitcoin if you wanted to through the stock market. It's the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. This ended up going down, not as much as Mara, but still went down a lot down about 16%, roughly the same amount that Bitcoin went down. And it's down about $14 from its peak, down about 22%. So it's not down as much as Mara. And that's kind of what you notice. I mean, Mara, Riot, these the mining plays for crypto, they're a bit more volatile. They move more than Bitcoin. They're a bit of a kind of a leveraged way to play Bitcoin, and that's why you're seeing them go down more than Bitcoin, and they go up more than Bitcoin, right? You get that correlation. And GBTC, again, is down 22%, holding that 50 SMA on this 4-hour chart as of now. If this breaks, maybe Bitcoin slides a little bit more down. Hey, who knows? Maybe GBTC gets $35-$40. I think that could be a decent entry point, right around $35 to $40 per share. And a couple of other ones here, guys. We have Coca-Cola, not the most flashy company, but it's doing decent today as the market's getting crushed. And I mentioned this earlier in that video. Make sure to go check it out, by the way. I'll link it down below. I mentioned how being too heavy in these speculative names, and don't get me wrong, guys, I love talking about them here on the channel because, quite frankly, they're more fun to analyze than Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble. The speculative plays are much more fun to track, but being too heavy in them, being too over allocated into them is very risky. So you guys have to understand that. And I talk more about that in my previous video. I kind of had a little rant off the cuff type of video. Make sure to go check that out. It's a shorter video. I'll link it down below. And I think Coca-Cola here has potential, especially if we could break out. Take a look at this, of this a little ascending triangle we're making on the hourly chart. Take a look at what I'm talking about. You guys can see big resistance at about 51 to about 51.25-ish, more like $51. We got hit here once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, including today. And I think the second 51 could break. I think on a shorter term basis, Coca-Cola could be going 53, 54. I mean, overall, 55 is the general resistance we're seeing here on the 4-hour. That was a big resistance all of November into December as well. So watch out for that 51 break. If that ascending triangle on the hourly chart plays out, we're going to fill the gap up, in my humble opinion, up into the mid-50s. So that's Coca-Cola. ExxonMobil is another one. XOM, guys, this is up 1.3% today. And let me know in the comments if you guys remember this, but I've been mentioning this on the channel a lot, that I've been buying XOM. I've started buying at $40, 42, 44, been averaging in a little bit there since then. And they pay a nice dividend. And when it comes to turnaround plays, I think ExxonMobil is great. And overall, I mean, that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing rotation out of the big tech names. We're seeing some, rotation into the energy plays, the banks, the airlines, cruise lines, hotels. That's why you're noticing a lot of those stocks are up. Wynn Resorts, AAL, UAL, LUV. A lot of these stocks were up today. So Exxon is doing well. It's at a resistance, $55. So you may be saying to yourself, stocks, is this move done? Well, the truth is, if we go back a bit to the 3-year chart, it's not. I mean, if 55 breaks, who's to say it can't go to 65? That's the next big resistance here on Exxon. I think that's very possible. Putting it right under the 180 SMA on this 3-year chart, that could be a move of about 15% on ExxonMobil. And another one here I'm liking is Activision Blizzard. This one's pretty much break even. It's a little green, but still pretty much break even on the day. This one got hit hard, down about $8 to $10 from the high. It's holding that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart as of now. And you guys can see it's also holding that resistance from the middle of January as support with a very strong close. I mean, this is it looks like it's going to close on a strong note. And you can see that big green candlestick here on the 4-hour. That's a good sign of a reversal back up, but we're not quite out of the woods yet. I mean, the 5-day 5-minute still shows this downtrend. So I think if we could break out on this 5-day 5-minute, this is going to be a good play. Maybe back up to 100, 102, 103. That is Activision Blizzard, ATVI. And the last one is Pinterest, ticker symbol PINS, which, gosh, this is looking great too. I mean, it's closing on a nice upswing there, and we're actually breaking the downtrend with this very big upswing. I mean, take a look. The 5-day, 5-minute, we've seen lower lows, lower highs. The moving averages have been a resistance, but now we're seeing a break out of the moving averages, and we're also seeing a golden cross on this 5-day, 5-minute, meaning the 50 SMA is crossing above the 180 SMA, and that's what we're seeing here as we're seeing this massive pop. And gosh, I mean, it was $70 before or right at the market open, so it's rallied almost 20% from the low of today to where it is right now. And if we zoom out a bit to the 4-hour, I think Pinterest still has some upside, maybe to $88, $89, maybe $90 plus. So those are a bunch of stocks, guys. What I'm doing in the markets, I'm not panicking. I'm not selling out. I'm just holding on to my cash and waiting to buy back in, to be honest, or buy more in to what I'm already in at this point. So what are you guys doing? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, I'd love to know. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Get yourself into the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group. Get 2 stocks from WeBull. Those are valued up to $1,600. All you have to do is use my link down below, deposit $100, and you get 2 stocks. And you could also get $30 from M1 Finance by also using my link, depositing any amount of money, and that's how you get $30. That's literally at least 50 free dollars waiting for you guys down below in the description box if you haven't done that already. And you could also check out the Patreon if you want to work with me further and closer throughout the trading day. Get my buy and sell alerts, my call outs throughout the day, exclusive morning video updates. That's all on Patreon. Check that out, linked down below. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, stay safe out there. Keep crushing the markets, guys. Peace out.